Hi there, viewer. Welcome to the collective energy reading, and this is going to be for the week of the 29th of April to the 5th of May, and we'll be looking at energy in the collective that Spirit want us to be aware of, anything that might be impacting us individually as well with all of the collective energy, and just some guidance from Spirit on what's coming towards us this week. I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology this week. There's a lot less going on than there has been in the last couple of weeks, but as always, I'll put a timestamp in the description box below so you can jump straight into the reading if you prefer to. So we had Mercury going direct. Mercury's been in retrograde for about 3.5 weeks, and it's going direct. Well, it went direct on the 25th of April, and we're still in the shadow period, but we're going to start to feel some more of that forward motion, positive thinking, especially in the area of taking courage, taking action towards something, in our kind of individualization, how we see ourselves as individuals, our kind of self-development, and the courage to take steps forward that make us feel fulfilled, or the steps that we feel inspired to take, and because of the Aries energy that's impacting Mercury at the moment. We have Venus going into Taurus on the 29th of April and Mars going into Aries on the 30th of April, and both of them are going direct. So we're going to have a lot more kind of sensuality in the physical, so more material awareness of what we feel is pleasurable, what we want to move towards in a joy sense, in a sense of loved, in a sense of love, what we kind of hold as our beloved. And there's going to be a lot of kind of more affectionate energy around that, rather than the kind of very forward action taking, going, getting what you want in love. This is kind of solidifying, grounding the love, pleasure, beauty energy that's around us. And we've got Jupiter and Uranus, they were conjunct. That was a very powerful energy that we felt last week. I feel this week we're kind of coming down from that energy, and it's kind of grounding now some of the waves of energy we were experiencing last week and the week before. But they're both in Taurus, both going direct. So there's a forward motion and a real kind of manifestation in the physical, especially when it comes to our values. We do have the new moon next week. So on the 8th of May, we've got the new moon in Taurus, really bringing to light the Taurus energy, and the kind of peak of the Taurus energy. And Taurus energy, we're in Taurus season at the moment, so it's all about being steady, sturdy. Taurus is very rooted in values. It's progress forward, but in a very stable way. It's about creating material comforts and material security. Very reliable energy we're working with this week. There's very strong material values around this energy. It also is a chance, especially with Mercury going direct now, it's a chance to think about the habits that we have in the physical world. So habits and routines and patterns that where we can start to see results and bring things into fruition. And with the Venus energy as well, there's a physical affection energy that's going to be surrounding us this week. So it's really about being more gentle. So we've come out of Aries season with a lot of activity in Aries season, and coming into kind of a more gentle energy, a very generous, very powerful energy, but a more gentle energy. And this energy is all about kind of modestly achieving and acquiring things in the physical world. So let's have a look and see what is being activated this week. What do we need to be aware of? What's being activated in the collective, and that we'll be feeling the impact of this week coming up? Okay, what do we need to know for the viewer for this week, please, Spirit? Okay. We have protection, and we have success. Yeah, this is the Taurus energy. It's personal success with the Taurus energy, with the sun in Taurus. We have happiness. I feel like for some of you, your ideas are being protected for something. Your ideas or what you're working towards is being protected, and so that you've got room to expand, to take time to think about what it is that you want to do. You've got mental space now, especially with the Mercury energy going direct, and we've got simplicity. So it's all about keeping things simple. It's about keeping a Taurus energy is very simple, very direct energy, very grounding energy, and very considered energy. So that's what we're working with this week. Oh, Spirit just said get another one. Okay, relaxation. I do feel that because there's been a lot of heightened energy over the last few weeks from eclipse season, really. And this is the first week. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's starting to come down and stay more steady. And just feeling in the collective, and the collective energy feels a lot more steady than it did the last couple of weeks in terms of the activations that we've been having. So let's have a look what else we need to know about what's coming towards us this week. Four of Earth. Yeah, this is very Taurus energy. This is holding on tight to your values, being rooted in your values, making decisions from values, and but also finding security in things. This is building up and acquire. Oh, okay, building up and acquiring something, but in a very slow, steady way. Ten of Water. This is that happiness. Okay, so there's a lot of emotional fulfillment coming, but with in terms of being more connected to emotions, but also being connected to others emotionally in a way that makes us feel just deeply enlightened and deeply connected to others. And this could also be some of the Venus energy in Taurus, really grounding in our emotions, being very aware of what we're feeling, and something coming in the material that makes us feel very happy as well. Page of Water. And we've got the King of Earth, very Taurus energy coming through. Yeah, this is a week to take steps towards something that you want to achieve. This is the protection. This is the protection here, where there might have been conflict, or there might be some kind of you might feel like you need to defend something in some way. This week is just about being in your earth energy, just grounding something, being very considered in what you want to respond to. Ace of Earth, beautiful. So yeah, this is, I do feel like some of you are working towards something that's going to bring you more money. It's going to bring you opportunity to move home. It's going to bring you something very, very real in the physical. Something that you have been driving towards is getting success this week. You're going to start to see things coming into fruition. You're going to start to see changes that you've made, especially in the last, I want to say 3 months over kind of the eclipse season, and those intentions, you're really going to start to see them come to fruition. But we've got a lot of happiness coming through this week. And where there's been some conflict, this week is about just knowing that the conflict is there, maybe just saying to yourself, okay, fine, this is the situation, this is the opinions of others, but I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. And because it feels true for me. This is all about being true to yourself, and that's where the emotional fulfillment comes in. But I feel that's where the protection's coming in. So where there might be conflict, or there might be some, and it doesn't feel particularly bad. It doesn't feel very like an aggressive conflict, or like a very heightened conflict. It's just like things like small blocks, lots of small blocks in the road that you can just move straight through. What I'm seeing from spirit here is moving straight through, rather than avoiding anything or ignoring it in any way. It's just going straight through, because it's kind of like you need to see it behind you, anything that comes. And this could be just situation, this could be people, this could be just situations coming in that's like, oh, I have to deal with this now. But this is being very practical, very methodical, and moving forward. And it feels like it goes very quickly. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Yeah, dealing with everything from a point of love. Have faith in your dreams, because you are getting success this week. You're getting success, and it could be the tiniest thing where you think, okay, yes, this is exactly right. You know you're on the right path because you're seeing signs, you're seeing synchronicities. Something is starting to take shapes, starting to take the momentum is building. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Yeah, plan ahead. This is about being curious about what to do, and then taking steps when you're certain. With this energy, the energy is gaining momentum. Exactly. Yeah, it's gaining momentum. Especially after the new moon, I feel there's something that's going to really come into fruition, but you're building that energy up. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So if you feel like you haven't been able to do something, and coming off the Mercury retrograde and we're still in shadow period, we will be this week. If there's something like any kind of self-doubt, this is spirit saying to you, no, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward towards your version of success. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Yes. I feel like there's been a lot of tough energy to deal with. There's been a lot of things coming up, a lot of emotional triggers happening, where we're looking at thought patterns, we're looking at emotions, we're looking at what's coming up for us. But also, it's not just been us, it's been us and others. Particularly, I mean, the readings I've done in the last few weeks, particularly in romantic relationships. Oops, sorry, just knocked that there. Yeah, giving everything a bit of a jog. There's been some tension, but there's also been opportunity for very clear communication and honest communication that has made connections stronger and deeper. And we can see that coming through this week with the Ten of Water. Okay, let's have a look. What else we need to know about using the energy this week? Sorry, I do think that was me. I'm going to shuffle them back in. What do we need to know about the energy this week? How can we focus this energy, this more grounding energy? It's definitely a time also this week to relax, like to breathe everything out. Cosmic rainbow, look for the pot of gold, accept joy. Yes, if we have been in any kind of self-doubt, and it could have been a Mercury energy influence, or it could have been any of the powerful energies we've experienced recently, this is spirit saying, look for those signs, look for the pot of gold, because there's something coming towards you, and that you're walking towards. It feels very, very powerful. Rose gold cosmic pool, bathe in cosmic love, soak up wisdom. Okay, so where there have been realizations, there have been kind of changes in patterns, there's been things coming into our awareness in relationships, in ourself, in our own journey. This is spirit saying now is the time to embrace the love within those situations. We've got to bring love into the situation with the new moon in Aquarius, but this is also the Taurus energy that we're in. We're in the Taurus season, and Venus moving into Taurus this week on Monday, 29th of April, is about bringing love into earthly matters. So into our physical connections, into our affection, how we're affectionate towards ourselves, other people, family. Okay, these ones are very slippy. There we go. And what else do we need to know this week? Spiritual warrior, show you are a wise leader, command the universe. Yeah, and we've got the lion again here. This is really being in your own intuition about something that you are creating, you're building, you're working towards coming into fruition. But this has been you've had to overcome a lot of mental and emotional challenges to get to where you are. And this is spirit saying we recognize that you are an absolute warrior, and you've processed and you've dealt with everything that's come up, and for that you're coming onto the other side of success now. You've been building up the success, but a lot of it has been very it's not been earthed, it's not been in the physical. It's like you can feel something happening, but it hasn't quite landed yet. This is the week where you're going to start to see things landing. Let's have a look at what's happening on the pathway here. What's happening on the pathway? And then we're going to have a little look at kind of what's been hidden, because it feels like things have been in between worlds this week. Let's have a look. What's been hidden here that we need to be aware of? No, that's the wrong question. What's the next part of our journey is the right question. There we go. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Yeah, so this is going deeper in your spiritual journey, but the depth of the spiritual journey comes in connection with the physical. So when we see things come to fruition in the physical, that's kind of how we know we're on the right path. We get those nudges, we get those moments of confirmation in some way, but in the physical, because it helps us to know that we are on the right path. And we've got view from above, get the big picture. Yeah, so the whole journey where you're going. So this week as well, if something happens where it's not as big as you want it to be, or it's not as concrete as you want it to be, that's still a win. And look at the big picture and look at everything from where you've been, where you've got to now, and where you're going. And this is like not losing sight of that road ahead. And we've got impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. So those little things that might be coming your way this week, those kind of slight blockers, they don't feel huge, but they feel like some things that you need to deal with that maybe is pushing on your time or your resources or your mental energy, your emotional energy. It's about redirecting your energy, thinking about things in a different way. And voyage of the heart, love flows through and to you. Yeah. So there's big heart opening happening this week with this. There's emotional connections deepening for sure. And this is being in a place of what we experiencing and feeling joy, but taking action from that place as well. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. So if you are feeling like anything's coming up this week where you just need some help, then this is about being connected, helping each other out. This is about being able to ask for help as well. So if you have any feeling where you can't ask anybody for help, or you don't want to burden anybody, or there's anything like that coming up, Spirit saying just ask for help, even the smallest of ways. If there's something small you need help with, sometimes it's not whether we can do something on our own. Sometimes we just want the company to do something. We just need a sounding board. Sometimes we just need the reflection of another person. But some of this, the energy as well, it's like us stepping back and relaxing. Sometimes less work achieves more, and that feels quite important this week as well. Let's have a look at what else we need to know about this energy surrounding us. What do we need to know about this energy surrounding us? Okay, we have the personality triangle: personality, nature, mindfulness. Okay, so we've got Mercury, Moon, and a Venus influence, which is interesting because we've got the new moon coming up, and we've just come off eclipse season, and the Mercury energy. So I do feel like there's something around thought patterns and communication that's really coming through this week, and it's to do with what we enjoy, what we love. It could be a romantic relationship for some of you, but there is like a celebratory energy with this. There is a connection and a celebratory energy, how we show up as individuals, because we've just come off Aries season, and that is all about the individual, the self, about our identity, how we identify with the world. And we are kind of what we've learned, everything that we've learned that's come up and that we've integrated, that is starting to come into fruition. We're going to be put into situations where we have an opportunity to do something in a different way or understand a situation in a different way. But Spirit is saying just be relaxed with all of this that come up this week. It's like these are opportunities to test and try. 11th path, the Fall, leap of faith, freedom and trust. Okay, and we've got Uranus energy coming up here as well, which is some more of this Aquarius energy, which is bring love into the situation. And this is really about feeling like you can spread your wings. It doesn't need a leap of faith that looks extravagant unless that feels true to you. It just needs, the energy this week needs a leap of faith that you have grown. There's something about your personal growth pathway here. But this is the Fool's journey is all about the cosmic journey that we all go through, and it's the energy that underpins all of us, that underpins everything that we create, but it's the physical form that we experience it in that help us get to where we need to be on this spiritual warrior pathway. We've got Hod, splendor, determination, communication, initiative. I feel like you're reveling in this energy. So this is you moving forward in a way that feels, and this is more Mercury energy as well coming through. Yeah, I thought we had Mercury there. So this is knowing that you can do something alone. This is also the like the Mercury energy of communication, but this is communication in truth. This is being determined of something that you know to be true. If you get news this week as well, or if you get somebody that is coming towards you with an energy of uncertainty in their emotional space, that I feel like they need some space and time. awesome support to be able to express their feelings properly. That feels very, it's not going to be true for everybody, but that feels very true with this page of water energy here. But in any kind of situation that brings up where you need to make a decision, you need to make plans, you need to take initiative, this is all about being practical, being very considered in the actions that you're taking forward. And this is also about research, like researching what it is that you want to do, what it is that needs to be done, and just taking action, not worrying about the outcome, having a look at the big picture to know that one thing that doesn't quite work is not going to stop you. It's not going to oh sorry, I've just knocked the table again, sorry. It's not going to stop you from achieving success. It's not going to stop you from achieving your goal. Okay, oh no, we're going to have a look at what's hidden here. Okay, let's have a look. What do we need to know about what is hidden underneath this energy, perhaps, that we need to be aware of this week? The collective energy. What's hidden underneath the collective energy this week that's coming kind of to the surface and we need to be aware of? What do we need to be aware of this week? Particularly in terms of communication, I feel, as well. Or having to communicate or defend in some way. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. We have, oh, I don't know how to put, there we go. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. An open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Okay. So what I feel is happening particularly in love relationships, is there's been a lot of thought process happening, and I feel like somebody is uncertain about what they want. I feel like there is more consideration, more conversation, more communication needed this week, and kind of relaxing into it. There's something about keeping things simple, so not overcomplicating conversations, not overcomplicating your own thought processes that might be influencing difficult conversations with this fire of air, or any kind of conflict. Okay. We have out of chaos comes creation, chakra balance. So where we've been experiencing a lot of intense energy, this is the week where it starts to come into its own. This is where we start to see the results. Things start to become more balanced because there has been a lot of chaos energy. But now we're thinking about how to do things from a creative perspective. We're coming out of forced logical thinking into more creative thinking, which is our Venus energy, which is the Taurus energy as well, like bringing things into the physical that are a lot more creative. And we've got letting go. Letting go is not just giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. Keeping things simple, stepping back. There's something about not working so hard at something this week, because you see more results when things aren't in that kind of forced mode, because you can be very determined in your energy, but it doesn't have to exhaust you in any way. Okay. And we've got chakra balance again, so there's definitely something coming back into balance, and something that needs balancing this week. Embrace the balance between earth and spirit. Yes, this is where we've been, and this is the energy we had, I think, at the beginning of the reading, didn't we? So things are coming back in where you've been on this very strong spiritual pathway. There is the connection to the spiritual side has deepened. Our trust in our pathway has deepened, but also the results of the material, and something happening in the physical form for us to kind of get the confirmation of that is happening. And you're going to be more in between earth and spirit. For some of you, this could be grounding that's needed, like the soles of your feet on the earth, or in the ocean, or in a lake, or in being in nature in some way, to kind of ground spiritual energy if you felt very deep in the spiritual side of things over the last few weeks. Let's get some clarity now on all of the situation. So we're grounding something this week. We need to take a step. I don't even feel like it's actually a step back. I feel like we need to just take pause, and that's just for some R&R, and allowing. I feel like the spiritual energy has gained so much momentum. It's kind of taking pause so that the physical and the spiritual can catch up and be on the same in alignment again. Okay, what do we need to know about this week with this energy for the viewer, please, Spirit? 10 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Cups twice. So there's anything that's felt really not in harmony, where there's something that hasn't been balanced in an emotional connection, in something that feels deeply emotionally moving for you, especially if this is in the romantic space. Something's coming back into balance to give you and the other person, if you're in a situation with another person at the moment, but certainly to give you a feeling of emotional completeness. There's something that's going to be that's going to make you very happy this week. The Chariot, yeah. Happy and stable. You're moving forward in a way that is on your own terms. Yes. 6 of Wands, victory. Yeah. Okay. Strength. I really sensed the strength here earlier, the strength card with the lion. The strength that you've had, the inner strength that you've had moving through, but that is what's going to keep you moving steady in the way that you need to this week. Oh wow, the Magician. This is now a time to create. So now we are completely in between worlds. We're completely in between worlds, and we are able to access everything. We're able to access spiritual, and we're bringing it down as above, so below. That's what's happening this week. So any wishes, any desires, any intentions that you set, especially over the eclipse season, you're definitely going to start to see things coming in this week. Okay, it might feel like you've got lots of different choices to make. It might feel like things are under a bit of a cloud, a bit of a fog, but you will move through this with this strength that you've got and this trust in your own inner knowing. It will move through. There could be conversations with somebody from the past to clear any negative energy, any bad energy, any tension as well this week. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Something is definitely coming into fruition. There is a definite success. For some of you, this is where there might have been some difficulties or some challenges in a relationship, not necessarily in the relationship, but the processes individually in a relationship. You're coming into something that it feels more harmonious, and you're coming back into realignment. Yeah, anything that's been in conflict is coming back into realignment this week. Okay. Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there's going to be Ace of Wands, 7 of Swords, and 4 of Swords. Yeah, so where you've been stuck in your head in anything, where you felt really like you just want to escape something, where you feel like you just don't know where to move, that numbness is going this week, because you're going to get the energy of inspiration. You're going to feel to move. You're going to get an idea of something. It could be, you could feel to move, and for some of you, this could even be going on a short journey. This could be the inspiration just to go on a short journey, to travel, to get away, and that could be this relaxation that's needed. Just kind of like this, simplify your life. It's so amazing sometimes when we just switch off from digital, from just everything that's so in the hustle and bustle around us, just to take a step back and go real back to simplicity, even if that's just for one day. But there's where you might have felt really numb or in your head about something, you're gonna get a realization on where that's supposed to go, how to move forward with that as well. Okay, let's see what Spirit want us to be aware of in terms of how they're helping us this week. So how is Spirit with us and helping us through this energy this week? For the viewer, please. Okay. Retreat. Yeah, we definitely need some rest after the last few weeks worth of intense energy. Very, very intense energy. Truth. So there's the communication that's been happening. If with anybody on an emotional level, family member, somebody at work that you're good friends with, and there's been something that's felt really out of whack, there's people are I feel like what's been happening in the collective is everyone's been finding their truth, but they've been finding their truth before they can communicate it with us. And this is where this energy this week is what enables a kind of safe space for those truths to be spoken out loud and explored together, I feel. But this is also a week for you to express your truth, and it's a week for you to feel really comfortable in dropping any mask that you have, especially when it comes to asking for help as well. Sound. This straight away, the first thing I got with this is healing words. So it could be there could be music or meditation with music or sound baths that would be supportive this week in order for this relaxation. But the first thing I got when I saw this card was healing words. So it could be to do with healing words to yourself, with any of the thought patterns that might have come up and come to the surface through the last few weeks. And we've got self-love, yes. This really is a week for self-nurture, because it puts you in a place where you feel clear, where this clarity comes in. I want to get one more for you. Energy balance. Yeah. Things are really coming back into balance. Okay. I feel like spiritually, you have been working very consciously. You've been very dedicated and devoted to your awareness, to what you feel to be true, to listening to your intuition. And it's not about getting it right, because there is no right and wrong. There's no polarity. It's about feeling the energies around us. And I feel that you've perhaps been extremely affected with a lot of what's happened in the last couple of months, just energetically with everybody in the collective. But you are so much stronger now. And when things are in balance, we have absolute clarity. We've got access as well. This is like access all areas. All of the areas that we have access to spiritually and with our energy, this is where we are at our strongest going into those situations. Okay, let's get some last words of advice and see what spirit want us to be aware of this week. What do we need to know as we walk through our pathway this week, spirit, for the viewer? Ooh, okay, this one feels like it wants to come. Oh, lion again. Be generous of spirit. I feel this is where in conversations, this is where it's the generosity of the safe space, because of the Taurus energy that we're in, but also the courage energy that we're picking up on. This is being generous of spirit. This is being, and with the Taurus energy, it's the gentle generosity that is very powerful. Okay, and but this goes for yourself as well as other people that you're in communication with. Oh, we know spirit said cut. Okay, I wasn't sure where we were going there. Okay, let's cut. Thank you. Stag spirit, take the lead. We had something about this earlier. I cannot show you are a wise leader, and that's this connection to the lion again. So this is really taking the lead. It could be taking the lead in a situation. It could be that your intuition is very strong now, and you can feel which way to go. You can feel which way to navigate, and you are leading somebody else. Or it could be you taking the lead in your own life. So where you've been working towards something and now you're starting to see results this week, this could be spirit saying to you, if that resonates for you, it could be spirit saying to you, keep moving forward, take the lead, keep going forward. This is all about slow, steady, powerful steps forward. Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. So where we've got anything that's an impasse, where we've got anything that's kind of like those little niggles, trust all of that. I feel like some of these niggles, some of these little things that are going to come up for you to deal with that might feel irritating and frustrating, there's going to be signs in there. It will be like you have to make a phone call to I don't know, insurance company, just as an example to illustrate the energy I'm feeling. You have to phone your insurance company, but you didn't think that you had to do that, and all of a sudden you've had to phone the insurance company to change details or to correct something, but it's not something that you made a mistake on, and it's really frustrating because you didn't have time to do that. But then the person that answers the phone has the name of somebody who is important to you, or like your a family member's name, or there's something to do with the signs that you get and the synchronicities that happen in these detours this week. So watch out for those. Okay, this could be even if you're driving and you have all of a sudden there's a roadblock and it takes you another 15-20 minutes to get to where you are, to get to where you want to be because of the something has stopped your journey the way that you'd usually take it, and then you go down a road that's got the name of something that means something to you, or somebody's got a license plate that's very similar to someone, or something. You see something on these detours. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual freedom, mental and spiritual freedom. It comes from breaking free from mental thought patterns. Dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. This has been the energy of the whole reading. Just be in gentle with yourself, in gentleness with others, just in gentleness all over. And this is being gentle in our headspace, in our actions. That doesn't make it any less powerful. And let's get one more. Flamingo spirit, no way. Embrace the in-between. I feel like that's the third time that's come up. That energy's come up in this reading. There is definitely something with being on the in-between. This is the week that you start to see things come into the physical. If you haven't yet, you will. Okay. All right then, viewer. I hope that you have an amazing week. There's a lot of nurturing energy around you this week, and it's a lot calmer. It feels a lot calmer energy, but there's still steps being taken forward, and there's a lot of personal success for you, a lot of success in relationships and deep enriching emotional connections as well that are going to be more apparent in the collective this week. So I hope you found some messages of guidance there from spirit on your journey and what's kind of coming towards you this week ahead. Have a wonderful week, and I will catch you next time. Take care.